Morel mushroom foraging. This is what I did for Memorial Day weekend. What are you going to do? There are lots of things to do Memorial Day weekend that involve the outdoors. So if you're making a trip to the mountains and you're going to go camping, don't just lay in the camp. Go do some foraging. Follow along with us and we'll show you how. Today I get to do one of my favorite things. It is Memorial Day weekend 2024 and I am hunting for morel mushrooms. I got my mushroom knife, my mesh bag for gathering, my walking stick, and I just need to find some mushrooms. So we are in the Pacific Northwest, Idaho to be exact, my home state, and we're gonna look around. We're gonna find some mushrooms. I'm confident in that. Just recently got to go on Mother's Day weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend now. I have Fridays off now, so I get to enjoy nature on my Fridays. This is my favorite kind of stuff to do. The channel is called Gathering Self-Sufficiency because I love to forage and gather and be self-sufficient. And I can't think of a better thing to do than to hunt morel mushrooms. So let's get after it. So I just kind of want to point to what we're hunting in. So you can see it's pretty bare ground, lots of pine needles, not a lot of greenery or cover. And the reason why we're doing that is because this time of year, the morels are going to be pretty camouflaged and hard to find. So this just makes it easier. So let's do some hunting. Let's see what we can find. Okay, that really didn't take very long. I've honestly only I just got to the spot. I just turned the camera off and here we have it. We've got some morels. Here. Here's another one over here. So heck yeah, today's gonna be a good day. All right, just in this little spot, we got 1, 2, 3. Where are you? There you are. 4. 5. So wherever you find one morel, you will probably find more. And that is when you want to just slow down and look, because they really do blend in and they can be hard to spot. There's another one up here. Another 2, actually. Something knocked that one down. Could have been the rain this weekend. I don't know. But looks like maybe something chewed on that one a little bit. It was knocked down. These 2 were already out of the earth, but yeah, so great. There's 8 morels right there, and I'm just gonna keep on hunting and see what I can find. Just on this little hillside, there's not really a lot to it. It's not real steep. Actually, when I spotted those morels, I was looking for something else. I was looking at something else rather, and there they were. Didn't even stop to look at those. Stopped to look at something else and saw them there. They're not always on hillsides. You can find them on flat ground. Oh. I was actually stopping to see what these are. I love to learn about new species. I don't have my mushroom book here with me today. I kind of wanted to pack light, and honestly, that's usually one of the things my wife does is she grabs the mushroom book. I didn't do it. So anyways, what I wanted to see was these. These are hollow. I'm not sure what they are, but they smell very earthy, and they're actually, these are buried right now. They're just kind of fluffing up the pine needles, and I noticed that the earth was disturbed right there, so I wanted to see what these were, and that's what I stopped to look at when I noticed those other morels there. So not sure what these are, but I'm not an expert on every single species in the forest. I'm not a mycologist or anything like that. I know what I'm looking for, and when I see something like this, it makes me curious. So we're just going to move on. I'll bring one of these home, and we'll check it out in the book. But I'm not going to go to picking a bunch of them when I don't know what they are, whether they're edible or not. Also, I don't have service, so we'll check them out later. Okay, I want to show you guys something. Now, this doesn't always happen, but it can. So here's a morel right here. Okay, and here's the road right there. Okay, so we're within. What we'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll pick this morel just to show you guys. There's a car right there. See, there's the road. There's the morel. So we're right off the road. We're into the mushrooms. We didn't have to hike very hard, but I knew where they were at already. I knew the area. I had hunted this last weekend already, and I just had a feeling that it was going to be good this weekend. So sometimes you don't have to get very far off the beaten path to find morels. It just kind of depends on what the competition is, how many people are knowing where they're at and hunting the same areas. So awesome. Well, we're just gonna hunt out this spot here. It's pretty flat. Like I said, you don't always have to be on some crazy hillside to find morels, but what you always have to do is you do have to look. And this looks like a really good spot. Then we might, oh, there's one right there. There's another one back in there. Ooh, yeah, this is a big one here. Woohoo! Check that one out. Nice big one there. Check that out. Let's hunt this spot a little bit closer. See what we got here. Another big one back in here. Oh yeah. There's a couple. There's another one right beside it. Ooh. Oh man. So fun. It doesn't get better than this. This is like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do. I find so much joy in it. And oh, there's another one back in there. Let's hunt this spot really good here. Awesome. Like I said, I find so much joy in it. I just think it's so neat that a person can just go into the woods and just find, oh, that wasn't that was not a morel. It can, different things can fool you. Oh, there's two right there though. What was I saying? I think it's so neat that a person can just go into the forest and find wild edibles like this that are so good. There's people that that do this, and they come into the forest and they find these wild edibles and they sell them to the people that don't have the skills or the know-how or I don't know, maybe the ambition to come do it themselves. But there's a reason why they fetch such a high price. They are delicious. I would have to say they are not, they're not even, there's nothing that you can really compare them to. And although a morel is delicious, I wouldn't even say they're my favorite wild edible. I prefer king boletes over morels, but morels are a very, very close second. And I have a feeling, just based on the 2 hunting trips I've been on this year, that we will probably see a really good year for morels. And in my experience, it will probably not be a great year for boletes. Oh man, walked right by that one. That was a big one. Or huckleberries, for that matter. I'm gonna have to show you guys this. This is something that you'll encounter, and that's why paying really close attention to detail can pay off big for you. And coming back, I walked right by this one too. Coming back, retracing your footsteps, hunting the same spot the opposite direction, that can pay off a lot too. I walked right by 2 nice big ones there. Okay, cool. I was just headed up to unload my bag at the truck before I take off on a really long hike from the truck. And again, not very far from the road. The road's just right up there, and found a small patch here. These are all smaller ones. There's a real small guy there. I'm not going to go ahead and get him, but there's 4 there. See what else we can find here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You find one or a couple, you just really want to kind of look a little closer. Ooh. Big dude. Big dude. There's 5. So we just had a pretty good rainstorm, and that is why I'm emptying my bag a little more often back at the truck, because I don't want these things getting banged around and broken apart and ruining all my hard work. Part of it is just looking at these things. They're just so neat. To me, it's just a really cool mushroom. Just a little bit on mushroom identification here, how you really know that it's a true morel. So here is a really good indicator. That's hollow. Okay. And the cap, look at that cap. Look at how that mushroom looks. Now, they're not all obviously this size, but the other thing is the smell. Oh man, you can't mistake it. They smell delicious. Just a quick word of warning, you want to cook these. You do not want to eat these raw. They'll give you a bellyache. All right, well, I was headed back to the truck to unload my little prizes. I found something that just further proves my point. I did hunt all this stuff all the way up to here and didn't find anything, but I mean, we're literally right by the truck and not real far from where we were at. So let me you don't got to go through hecking back and traipsing all over tarnation to find these things. There's my truck right there. It's on the road. Here's my bag. And boom, there's one. Boom, there's another. So, oh, there's another one there. Right underneath that stick. So, heck, right by the truck, right by the road. Here we go. Get these things picked here. Man, this is gonna be an awesome day. I have only been out for, I don't know, maybe half an hour, setting up different shots and not doing near as much hunting as I normally would if I didn't have my camera on me, and just really getting into the morels. And if this shows me anything about how the day is going to be, it's going to be a great day. I imagine there's more than 3 here. Oh, yep, there's 2 more. Those ones got maybe some frost damage on them. Show you here what I'm talking about. See, it's got the white around there and pretty mushy. We'll let the spores on that one spread, and this one is probably going to be okay. I'm just going to cut off the mushier parts where that white is at. Cut that off, but you can see, it's like I said, it's hollow all the way through, and that's what you want. It's not even time to take a break yet. I've been here 30 minutes and I'm just totally killing it. But I wanted to show what I've got so far after 30 minutes of not very hard work. This was easy walking, easy hunting. Of course, you know, you gotta keep your eyes open and know what you're looking for. But just want to show you what I've got so far. So this is the bag. That's the first batch that I got. Whoop, lost one of those little guys. This is the stuff that was in this last spot. So here's the first batch, and there's the second batch. Probably about 2 to 3 pounds of morels already, and the day's just started. This is what I'm looking for. I got a tree that I can cross over there, and just to kind of show you what it looks like over there. Nice flat bench. Got sun coming in there. Sparse vegetation. I bet you I do good in there. Well, on the other side of the creek where the road isn't, for some reason just isn't as good, but we do have about a half a bag and we're going to continue hunting. But I wanted to show you something, and just a little word of caution this time of year when the mushrooms are out and you're hunting. That's bear poop, so watch out for bears. And if you see a cub, do not go try to pet it or think it's cute. Try to get out of there. Don't run, just get away from it. That is what I want to find all day long. Look at that sucker. That is a big one there. Let's don't forget him. Woo! Yeah. There's my knife. It's got a little scale on it. So it's only measuring to 4 inches. That's probably 7-inch mushroom. Oh, those aren't inches. There's my knife next to it. I don't know what these are, but they're definitely not inches, but it's past the 4 mark. And nice big one. Just got done hunting that other side of the creek where the bear crap was at. And I don't know, I bet you we got a pound. Got a couple snowbank, false morels, aka snowbank. And a nice pile of morels. So we're just gonna put them in a bag and keep on going. Now it definitely is not always like this. If you saw last weekend's video, it was not super productive, but what it did tell us was that the morels were popping and that we could go ahead and start going and looking. It was just a little too early, but how else are you gonna know? You gotta go and you gotta check it out. Pretty good bag of morels so far, and I'm just gonna, as I'm hunting, these are just sitting in the back of my truck, and I just put a paper bag over the top. That way anybody that drives by doesn't realize what I'm doing. If somebody drives by, I kind of act like I'm just hanging out, because morel spots, you know, when you find a good spot, you don't want everybody to know what you're doing. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna keep hunting. Take a little break here, eat a little food. Today's episode is brought to you by hard work. If you like hard work and determination, you'll like this channel. So please subscribe. Sometimes it can be tough. I just hunted that spot back there for 4 mushrooms, and it took me, I don't know, 20 minutes and a lot of hard hiking. But you take the good with the bad. I'm not working today, and I'm in the forest, so that's a win. What do we got here? We've got a blondie. Heck yeah. Gotta be another, oh, there's another one right there. Sweet. We got 2 different kinds of morels we're picking today now, and pretty happy about it because the blondes are way easier to spot than those grays are easy. They stick out like a sore thumb, to me anyway. Awesome. Well, here it is, late afternoon, pretty much done hunting for the day. Did pretty good. Started at about 8:30. It's around 2:30 now, and just headed back down off the mountain here, and thought I'd show you something. So before I quit for the day, I figured I'd show you some nice blondes. And there was a TV show that I used to watch, and whenever they found a great big specimen, they called it Bartholomew. This I would consider a Bartholomew. That's a big one. Yeah, check him out. Beautiful. And then there's these ones over here that are not bad size either. So got a bit of a drive home, and I'll show you what we ended up with when I get home. We'll pour them out on the counter. Okay, here is the mystery mushroom that I was telling you guys about. This is the one I picked up. Had to wait till I got home and saw what my book said. This is an American false Russella. I just wanted to know what it was, really. These, I believe, are, we see these normally later in the year, and these were buried. Normally what happens is they'll come up and they'll split apart just like this. This is hollow on the inside. So, American false Russella. So we have a few different kinds of morels here. We did end up with these gray morels. Here are the ones that are the hardest to spot because they look just like everything else around them. And we have a small pile just right here of the Geometra montana. In North America, these are edible. They are from the Geometra family, not from the Morchella family. They're commonly known as a snowbank mushroom or calf's brain. They're really good in eggs. Just make sure that, just like any other mushroom, you have to cook them thoroughly, and the cleaning part can be tricky, just like it is with a morel. You have all these little pores and stuff that you got to get all the dirt and such out of, but I'm not going to go ahead and wash these tonight. I don't have time to do it. So if you do end up with a big pile of mushrooms and you don't have time to wash them up, and you don't have time to dry them and process them and all that stuff, all you have to do is just put them in a paper bag and put them in the refrigerator. And they will keep like that for several days. After you wash everything, it's just like any other vegetable out of the garden. You're going to decrease the shelf life of it. So once you wash it, you have to start processing and doing whatever you're going to do with it, whether you're going to fry them all up and eat them, or fry them all up and package them and freeze them, or whether you're going to dry them. However you do your processing, you need to do it pretty soon after you wash them. All right, one last thing to do before we put these in the refrigerator. We'll see how much we've got. 5 pounds, 5 ounces. Got the mushrooms all weighed up. They're in the refrigerator now. And on an upcoming video, we will show you what we do with them, how we process them, and a recipe. Thanks for watching Gathering Self-Sufficiency.